appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. He'll look to set up his blockers. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Here's Pat McAfee now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
And now here comes Kansas City. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners. Go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Throwing, Hundley. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. For 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run the option left.
Wow.
And he's got some space here. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
In most cases, you want your quarterback to protect himself. Slide, get out of bounds, get down. But every now and then, when he breaks a tackle, the respect level of his teammates goes sky high.
And they'll run it here. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The tackle by the rookie Joey Bosa. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down. 5 yards to go. They'll look to throw here. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. And the Colts coming out now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field as a shot.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't.
That he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The NFL sack leader from 2014, Justin Houston. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. One receiver left is Hilton.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Back to throw here. He's got time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back. Morris fighting. He lost the football. Chuck Pagano decides to go. It doesn't work out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the after chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
2nd down, goal to go from the 6. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.